Hello everyone, welcome. I have a little project here for you today. I have a free digital and a project to work with the digitals. We're going to make this cute little fan, like those old-fashioned fans used to be a long time ago. A little stitching around it. Very cute piece of ephemera to include in your vintage journals. You'll need the digital, and I've cut the pieces out, but the digital looks something like this. It has uh, a choice of either of these two ladies, and then I have some blank backs and some backs with advertisement on them, as you know you would get if you got fans back in those days. It was an opportunity for advertisers or companies to advertise their wares. So you'll need this. You'll need to cut them all out. You'll need some foam. Now this is craft foam, just inexpensive craft foam. I believe you can get this at the dollar store, and I've got like 3 layers glued together. I have a little mat to protect my surface, but you could use a plate, actually, a dinner plate, or any piece of something that's made out of glass or something of that nature to protect your surface. And a large needle. I have this a large needle here. You have to have pretty good size little eye in there so that you can thread in some pearl cotton. Now this is, let's see, I forgot what size this is. 8, I guess this is size 8. It's pearl cotton. It is a type of embroidery floss, which you could also use. You could also use embroidery floss. You'll want something a little bit thicker than just plain thread, I guess is what I'm saying. And a little bit of glue, and of course your scissors, and that's it. Oh, and in all, you'll need something to poke the holes with. Now you could go ahead and use the needle, the large needle that you have instead, or perhaps if you have, even like an old needle from a sewing machine, you're done with it or whatever, just something like that you could use. I find they all just a little easier to use with my hands and everything. So you'll need something to poke little holes with. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to choose a plain back this time. And I'm going to choose this lady. Now, when you cut them out, it will be pretty difficult to get them precisely the exact same. And you don't really need to. What I like to do, the trick I like to do when I'm putting together 2 pieces of cardstock together with the white inside, I like to go around and distress that whiteness off. And this works when you're using vintage type of prints and digitals. I like to go ahead and do that, even if I don't plan to distress the front, which I do plan to do so. But even if you don't plan to do that part of it, oh, my little sponge thing is getting kind of worn there. Even if you don't plan to do the outside, do that inside part there. And that way, when you line them up together, they aren't quite, you can't quite notice the difference in your cutting there, because you'll be off, a tiny, tiny, weeny bit, because it is hard to get it exactly the same. And that kind of disguises the fact that they're not perfectly machine cut out, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Now we'll put some glue. I'm going to use a glue stick, or you can use any glue, but I just want to put a little bit of it in the center, just the center, because all I want to do is to stabilize the 2 pieces together. And so I'm going to carefully get these lined up as close as I can. There we go. So now we're going to be working with this. I'm going to get out my foam, and I'm protecting it with that little mat there. And I'm going to go around, and if you can see the little holes here in each little section, I'm going to go around and just poke a hole right down inside that area. Now, they won't be perfectly aligned with the back. You don't really need to do that. I wouldn't worry about it, but you could, if that was really a big concern to you, you could punch a hole in the one side and then punch a hole on this side, punch one here and punch one here, and then line them up and see if you can't get the exact one. But I don't really feel it's necessary to do that. All right, once you have all your little holes punched out, I'm going to thread about 20-inch lengths of the pearl cotton. And I'm going to use this color, but you know, any color would be fine. Whatever suits your fancy. Going to put in just enough of a tail here so that I can make a knot right down here. I am trying to put the knot along the edge. And so we'll put down here a square knot and get that tied off. All right, now I'm going to cut that tail off. And what I'm going to do when I'm all done stitching is I'm going to put a dot of glue on there to make sure it stays. Now to put the stitching on, I'm going to take my thread and I'm going to hold it above that next hole, come in there, pull it through, and then I want to make sure that that is aligning up on the edge. That this thread here that you're pulling through aligns with that edge part there. Pull up my thread, come in, come up the hole, and just keep pulling and kind of wiggling it until that piece of thread rests on the side. Let's see if I can get a little closer for you. Pull up, come up the hole, and then just wiggle it in place so that your threads is aligning with the edge of your fan. So we're going to do that all the way around. Very easy. All right, once we come to the end, I'm going to go inside that little hole a second time and another time, and I'm going to just pull it nice and tight there. I'm going to put in a bit of glue, a little dot of glue on each side. So it just needs to hold. It's not a piece of clothing, it's a piece of ephemera, so we just need to glue it in place. And I'm going to put a dot of glue on that first part where we made a knot as well. Put a little dot of glue on that knot. Okay, and then cut it off. Right like that. Okay, so now we've got the little pretty stitching around the fan. Looks so nice. I love it. And now I'm going to do something that you may or may not appeal to you, but I am going to put 2 more holes in the handle. There is this little middle seam right here in that handle portion there. I'm going to put 2 holes equal distance from the edge, so you know, about like that. Doesn't have to be super precise. There's one here and one here. And I'm going to take some of that thread again. Going to go down inside the first hole, and I'm going to hold a tail with my thumb. Going to come up the next hole. Going to go back down that hole again. Come up it again on the other side. All right, and now I'm going to tie a bow. You could also, what I was just thinking when I made the other one, how cute it would be. You could make a knot here, and then you could add like little tiny beads to the end of these. Wouldn't that be really cute looking? I think it would be cute anyways. And I'm going to make a little bow. Right here. It's a little fiddly. Didn't save enough of a tail over here. There we go. Yep. And then I'm going to make those a little smaller. Come down a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I should have saved a bigger tail there, but anyways, there we have a little bow, and I'm going to put a little dot of glue onto that area right there, the little knot of the bow. And there it is. How cute is that? Yeah. So anyways, that was a little project I wanted to show you today. Have fun with that. Of course, you can assemble this you know, a piece of ephemera without the stitching. It still would look really cute, you know, to do that. Or maybe you just want to make a tuck spot and just glue part of it down on a page and tuck something in. However you'd like to use these, but this was just a little project that I thought was cute from that digital. So please enjoy and please subscribe, and we'll see you again for probably another project next time. We'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.